In this video, we're digging into the pros and cons of blended learning. Hi, my name is Devin and welcome to the Training and Development channel. Blended learning is a great way to cater to all types of learners using different learning modalities. In order to decide if it's the right learning solution for your organization, you should understand the upsides and downsides. Today, Rose Robertson, Director of Learning Solutions at Roundtable, will explain the pros and cons of blended learning.
There's many advantages to a blended learning approach. It's very convenient for learners. They're able to do this on their own time, and it's self-directed. If you have employees in your office, you can have them take turns going and maybe doing an e-learning course. They can do it on their own at home. Blended learning really does cater to people's different styles, their learning styles. We all learn differently. We're all more comfortable in different situations of learning. A blended learning approach really lets you get to all of those different types of learners. People who are energized by something in person or virtually in person, there's a piece of it in a blended learning approach, or there can be. Another advantage of blended learning is that it really allows the learner to go down a more personalized path. So let's say you work in an office. You might take one track for your learning. If you work more in a manufacturing atmosphere within that same company, you would take a different track. Another great thing is that depending on how you answer certain questions, how you do on assessments or knowledge checks, it can also lead you to another path of where you need to go next. So what one person needs is not necessarily what another person needs, and this approach really will allow that to happen. I'd add one more thing about blended learning and another advantage that it has. It really mixes it up and keeps it fresh and keeps it interesting for the learner. You might catch something in an e-learning that maybe you hadn't thought of, but when you are in an instructor-led session, you really might be able to connect with something that someone else said and take something completely different away. With any of the learning approaches that you take with your organization, there's always advantages and some challenges. One thing to consider is that when you have a blended learning approach, with any technology that would be included, and really these days, everything has some sort of technology included. But if we think about logging into a Zoom meeting and someone forgets their password, they can't get in, they're having Wi-Fi issues, we look at different ways to try to mitigate that risk. So before we would even enter into a training of that nature, we would have a guide. So we try to have some troubleshooting things ready before you even get in the situation. Something else to consider when you have self-paced courses, so maybe it's some e-learning that your learners need to complete, or maybe it's their VR experience that they need to complete, and maybe sometimes people don't do it in a timely manner. Maybe they're not getting it done in time for the next session, for the next part of the blended learning. Some things to think about and consider would be to right in the beginning, ensure that you're setting deadlines, maybe even being able to pull some reporting so that if you need to reach out so that they are prepared and to set themselves up for success, you have the tools ready for you.
Thanks for watching this video. If you want to learn more, check out our article, How to Develop a Blended Learning Training Program. Link in the description below. As always, leave a like if you like this video, comment if you have any questions, and subscribe to the Training and Development channel for more videos on all things learning solutions.